So here's the Edmonton Oilers roster. We got some fantastic pieces here. Connor McDavid, Leon Draisaitl, Zach Hyman, the Nuge, Evander Kane. On the defense, of course, we got Matthias Ekholm, great pickup at the trade deadline. He's been looking absolutely fantastic. In between the pipes, we have some question marks in Stuart Skinner and Jack Campbell. However, things are about to change with this team. Every single one of these players, except for Connor McDavid, is going to be traded for rookies. And when I say rookie, I mean anyone that classifies as a rookie for next season. So that includes guys like Connor Bedard, Shane Wright, Matthew Knies, Devin Levi. And since this is technically the beginning of last season, Connor Bedard's yet to be drafted. So if I want to acquire players such as him, Leo Carlsson, Zach Benson, I'm going to have to trade for draft picks in order to get these guys. But since I'm trading the entire Edmonton Oilers team, it really shouldn't be difficult to team Connor Bedard and Connor McDavid up together. But first, I have to give a massive shout out to DeeDee Drift for inspiring this video. He's been releasing some fire Madden content recently, so I would definitely recommend checking him out. So what I'm hoping for when it comes to rookies is young players that have X factors and have low trade value. But considering those restrictions, obviously there's not a ton of guys available, but I am interested in guys like Slafkovsky and Shane Wright, so I might try to bring them onto our team. So in saying all that, I'm trying for Slafkovsky first. So although this video is centered around rookies, obviously I'm going for Slafkovsky here in the first round pick. What I'm going to do is pick up Paul Byram because he's going to lower the trade value, and then I'm going to send him to the AHL. So basically all I'm doing in this move is acquiring 3.4 million. So basically all I'm doing is taking on his contract, which I mean, I can definitely work with that. So I'm going to offer this trade over. I'm not really surprised that they're saying no. So I'm going to give 2 seconds along with Nugent Hopkins for Slafkovsky and a first round pick. The first round pick is going to be incredibly valuable. It's probably going to be a top 5 pick. Am I able to get this deal done? They're saying no to that. It looks like we're going to have to add some more assets to this deal. So I'm completely fine with giving up Kyler Yamamoto at 3.1 million. I mean, he's not probably going to be used in any other trade pieces. They're still saying no to this. So what am I going to have to do here? Probably a 3rd round pick or something. So here's a 3rd. Hopefully that's enough to get this deal done. If not, we might have to move on from it. All right, I guess we're moving on. So we're going to do this instead. Bouchard, a 3rd round pick, Yamamoto, and a 2nd round pick. I'll take out the 3rd. Can we get Slafkovsky in this deal? They're still saying no to that. We might have to move on from Slafkovsky because I feel like X factors are giving these guys way too much trade value. So when it comes to goaltenders, I'm looking at Devin Levi here. He's got medium elite potential, 3 years left on his contract, of course. He is a rookie. He's an 80 overall too. So I mean, this is an absolute steal for us. They're going to want a bit more than just Stuart Skinner though. So I'll give you a 3rd round pick as well. I feel like a 3rd and Stuart Skinner should be enough to get this deal done. They're gonna be saying no to that, so I'll turn that 3rd into a 2nd rounder and then we'll get this deal all wrapped up. So there you go, a 3rd and Stuart Skinner and a 2nd for Devin Levi. So he's our goaltender for the future. We're heading on over to Toronto, and Matthew Knies is going to be the next pickup for us. Top 6 potential. He's already a 78 overall, and if I put him alongside McDavid on that first line, he'll probably develop into an 87 overall, and that's going to be an amazing pickup for us. So when it comes to contracts, this is a difficult deal to get done because Toronto doesn't really have too much cap space, so we'll probably have to take on a contract from them. But in exchange, who can I give you that's not on an expensive deal? I could go with Bouchard, and that might be the play. I feel like that's the easiest way to get this deal done. Hopefully they accept this deal. It doesn't look like they are. I'll give them a 4th rounder. I feel like that should be enough to get this deal done. They're saying no to that, so a 4th and a 7th, because for some reason a 4th and a 7th usually has the same value as a 2nd round pick, because yeah, that makes a lot of sense. But there you go. We picked up Matthew Knies. Okay, so Detroit's probably a team we're going to be doing a handful of deals with because I know for a fact they have a ton of young prospects. Is Sebastian Cossa available when I go to goaltenders? No, he isn't. This really annoys me because technically Sebastian Cossa is in the ECHL right now, so he's not on Detroit's roster, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, I can't trade for him. An NHL 22 I could trade for him, but not an NHL 23. Let it make sense, EA. I'm really contemplating doing the trade right now and just giving them Leon Draisaitl. Like Leon Draisaitl, these 2 guys, and then 3 first round picks. That might be the play here. I take away their young guys and then 3 first round picks. So I really want to make this deal. We're making that deal. We probably got finessed, but I like that deal. We probably could have gotten more, but I feel like Detroit's going to have a lot of trade value. Edmonton's pick's going to have a lot of trade value. And then for the future, Detroit will probably be bad once again. And even if they're not, we can trade this pick and acquire a young prospect right now. I think this trade's going to age very well for us. And if you don't believe this trade's going to age well for us, then subscribe to the channel. So David Jiricek's right here, a 77 overall at 18 years old. I don't know if there's any other really elite young rookies on this team. I don't think there is, because Marchenko doesn't really count as a rookie anymore. I don't believe he's a rookie for the upcoming season. In between the pipes, no solid rookies there. So Jiricek, I'm going to make a deal and try to acquire you. You have X factors, don't you? Oh, never mind, you don't. Why do I think he had X factors? Who knows? Well, technically Jordan's a rookie too, and I could just allow him to develop in the CHL for a couple years, and then when he comes over, he'll be like a 78 overall. So I think I'll try to pick him up as well. Is the Nuge enough for both of them? He might be. Nugent Hopkins for both of those guys. I got got finessed. I could have got more. I got both of the guys I wanted, but I mean, definitely could have got more from that team. Can somebody explain to me why I traded Leon Draisaitl to Detroit when I could have got Nemec, Hughes, and Holtz? Now I'm not getting this deal done. No, there is actually no way we get this deal done. Hyman and Nurse, that definitely won't be enough. Plus the contracts won't work because Nurse is getting paid $9.2 million, because why is that happening? I should have traded Draisaitl for those three guys. That was a major mistake. Then again, I did get a pick from Detroit, and if that ends up being the first overall pick and we get Bedard, then that trade was definitely worth it. So I'll have to wait on that one, I guess. Dylan Holloway, I'm probably going to end up keeping you on this team, even though actually I did say I'm trading everyone, so that includes you. So you and Zach Hyman, Luke Hughes and Nemec. That would be an amazing pickup for us. He's got X factors too. Okay, let's try to get this deal done. In what world do we get this deal done though? Who can I take on to make these contracts work? Do you have any terrible contracts? I don't think you do. 3.2 million for Miles Wood. Okay, we can make this work somehow. I don't know how we're going to make this work, but we're somehow going to make this work. I'll give you a couple picks. I don't want to give up first round picks for these next 2 years because those are going to be valuable. But here we go. Edmonton in 2025. We have a lot of picks to work with here. So Edmonton 2025, Toronto 2023 second rounder, Zach Hyman and Dylan Holloway for Nemec, Hughes, and Miles Wood. Wood's just here to make the contracts work. They're saying no to this deal. We're giving you more than enough when it comes to trade value. Nyes does, but I don't want to trade him. Broberg, can we get this done, Broberg? Broberg's the man. Show up to Phil Broberg. He's getting this deal done for us. So it's slowly coming together here, but look at this defensive core. Luke Hughes is going to be leading the way with Jiricek. Then we got Nemec and Edvinsson on the second pairing. That's not too bad. We still have a third pairing to round out, and on the offensive front, we have a lot of moves to make here, but we're headed in the right direction. I like what we're doing. We also have to remember, we have some draft picks that are going to be coming into play in the next 2 seasons. So as long as we draft right, that's going to be 4 more players. Jacob Helche could be a very nice pickup for us. A 78 overall, top 6 potential. On our second or even first line, that's actually a nice move. And his trade value is not super high. We can definitely make something work here. Who are we going to give up though? They're going to say no to that, but we just need to include a 7th rounder. And then we got another forward on our team, which isn't too bad. A 7th rounder in the year 2024. Why not? That's going to be the difference maker. There we go. The trade's done. I really regret the move we just made because of one guy, Dustin Wolf. Medium elite potential. Okay, actually, we would not have gotten that deal done. Medium elite potential. His trade value is way too high. And I don't want to bring in a super good backup. I want a very mid backup, like a guy that's going to peak at like an 80 overall, because he's going to be the backup behind who's in between the pipes, Levi, for us. So there's no point acquiring 2 medium elite potential goaltenders that we're going to have to pay like $9 million each. I've been doing this the hard way. I could have just went to rookie skaters. I just thought about that. I've been making this video so difficult on myself, and yet there was literally a button I could have clicked. Kevin Korchinski could be the move. Lucas Reichel isn't technically a rookie for next season, so we're going to have to pass on him. But no, I've been doing this the most difficult way possible. This video has now become 10 times easier. And I can just sort by overall too. Now, what have I been doing? We've been sitting back on this deal for way too long. Actually, hold on. Before I get ahead of myself, does Seattle want him? No, Seattle doesn't. Okay. I was going to say Shane Wright. For some reason, that dude develops. Like I've done Sims where in the second year, he picks up 100 points and it makes 0 sense. Vasilkovsky for Darnell Nurse. We'll take on Paul Byram's contract because I don't want to be tied into a multi-year contract. I'll offer that over you. You're saying no. Then I'll give you a 2nd rounder. Let's throw some picks into this deal. Why not? A pick is a pick. Who really cares about them? Send that over. You're saying no. I'll give you a 3rd rounder as well. Yeah, let's just get this over with. Give me Slafkovsky. Let's get this deal done. You're still saying no to that. Okay, what do you want? Here's another 3rd round pick. Bruh, even with 2 3rd round picks, they're still saying no. Okay, I'll take that 3rd round pick out. Here's a 2nd rounder for the year 2025. Is that enough? We just got to sweeten the touch a bit, and then we can get Slafkovsky. I feel like we're giving up way too much for him, but you know what? We got to gamble sometimes. Sometimes you got to gamble. You got to make risky plays, and that's a risky move, but hey, hopefully it works out for us. Another forward we're acquiring is coming from Nashville. It's going to be Evan Glista. Probably said your last name wrong, but you know what? We're going to roll with it. 77 overall. He's only 20 years old. Medium top 6 potential. I've done Sims when this guy develops into like a 40 goal scorer. So hopefully we get one of those Sims. I mean, he would be an amazing pickup for us. Unfortunately, I don't think he's going to develop into that type of player for us, but even if he doesn't, it's still a good pickup for us. Yamamoto's straight up for him. I think they're going to say no to that one. Yeah, they are. Okay, I'll give you some guy that has basically no trade value, but has slightly some. Okay, Klim Kostin. So Klim Kostin, Yamamoto for Evan Glista. Glista. One of those two, he's now on the team. I think we're going to be making another move with Calgary here because we got a medium top 6 potential player here. 77 overall. He's 19 years old. Trade value is not incredibly high. I'll come back to him in a bit. Even Matthew Phillips. Has Matthew Phillips played in the NHL? Yeah, he's only played one game. I think he's technically still a rookie, so he'll be another pickup. Okay, so here's Lucic in this deal. We've lowered the trade value a ton. We just got to give them somebody on a 1-year deal. Not Evander Kane because he has too much trade value and also his contract kicks in for next season. Ryan McLeod. Okay, is that enough to get this deal done? Their trade value might be higher than ours, but they are giving us Lucic, so I mean, you got to give us something just for taking that contract on. Here's a 4th rounder too. Is that enough? They're still saying no. Okay, I'll give you a 5th as well. 4th, 5th, and a 6th. Can we get this deal done? You're still saying no to that. If I take Lucic out of this deal, can we get it done? Like, do you value Lucic that much? I guess you do. If I give you these 2 random prospects, I mean, I shouldn't say random, they're valuable assets. You'll be over the salary cap for next year when I'm giving you 2 guys at 800K. Are you literally that cap tight right now? So I guess I'll give you McLeod and I don't know, one of these guys will give you him. Okay, that makes the deal work. And then I'll take on Lucic's contract just so we can lower the trade value a bit. And then can we get this deal done? They're saying no to that. I'll put that 4th rounder and 5th rounder back into this deal that we had a couple minutes ago. Here's a 4th and a 5th for the deal. They're still saying no. I'll give you the 6th as well. If they say no to this, then I'm just going to take all those picks out and give you a 3rd rounder. Okay, there we go. We got this deal done. Okay, so I think I'm going to go with Aatu Räty. I don't believe he's a rookie. He's only played 15 games in the NHL. So from my understanding, he's not a rookie. The NHL has some weird qualifications when it comes to rookies. Like, I mean, like, look at Michael Bunting. Also, I just lost connection to my Wi-Fi. That's an L moment right there. I don't know how I lost connection, but you know what? I did. Aatu Räty. We're making a move for you. And what are we really going to be giving up? Because I don't have that many assets left. Just kidding. I'm looking at rookie skaters. I am stupid. We still have Evander Kane, Ekholm. Yeah, we still have a lot of pieces on this team. Cody Ceci. Would you like a slightly used Cody Ceci? No, because you'll be over the salary cap for next season because you guys spend your money like a bunch of morons. Completely forgot that. There you go. Bukestad. So I could make this deal very simple and just do Bukestad in a 3rd. And that's actually what I'm going to do because I don't want to mess around here. Okay, they want more than Bukestad in a 3rd. Completely understand that. There's a 5th rounder as well. There we go. We got Aatu Räty. All right, we're starting to get desperate here. I mean, I shouldn't really say desperate, but we're running out of like solid players I can actually trade away. Evander Kane, I'll send you to Chicago along with the 1st round pick in 2026 for Korchinski. But obviously that doesn't really fit because we're giving them way too much. So, all right, I'm starting to run out of like moves to make here. So yeah, let's try to get this done. A 1st rounder in Evander Kane for Korchinski, a 2nd and a 4th. Not overly surprised they said no to that. Can we just do this? Okay, they're going to say no there. Give me a 3rd and a 4th, or just give me a 4th and a 5th. Actually, no, I know for a fact this will be a 3rd. Yeah, we'll do this. They're saying no, take the 4th out. They're still saying no, take the 3rd out. Just get this deal done. Wow, they're actually really screwing me here. Who do you want for players? I'll really give you anyone that doesn't have value. Cody Ceci. Can I interest you in a slightly used Cody Ceci? For some reason, you have a bunch of players on this team. I don't know how you have this many contracts, but yet you're still this bad. I'll take this guy. All right. I'm not getting finessed this bad, so you better give me some type of draft pick. Give me a 3rd at least. Give me a 3rd and a 4th. I mean, hold on here. Like, what are we doing? I'm not getting completely finessed here. Okay, I'll take the 4th though, but you better accept this. All right, we're getting screwed right now. A 4th rounder then. Just a 4th. I know Kevin Korchinski's a solid piece and all, but are that many assets for only him? So with that move, we just need to acquire 1 more defenseman. I think 4 or 5 forwards and 1 goaltender. So who's a goalie that can back us up? Trade value is a bit too high for me. I'm going to have to pass on you. I'm just going to keep it 1,000. I'm going to keep it 1 scundo with you, my guy. Oh my God, I completely forgot about the legend in Scott Perunovich. He's a rookie. He has to be a rookie. There's no way Scott Perunovich is not a rookie. Hold on here. Defenseman, Scott Perunovich. Is he really not considered a rookie? He's played 19 games. Okay, so here's the rookie qualifications. A player must not have played more than 25 games in any preceding seasons, nor in 6 or more NHL games in each of the 2 preceding seasons. By that logic, I believe Scott Perunovich is technically a rookie still. 77 overall rookie Scott Perunovich, welcome to the team. Okay, so outside of Scott Perunovich, I'm also going to try to pick up Jake Neighbors. He'd be a good piece on the 4th line, maybe even 3rd line. So this is what I'm going to do for Scott Perunovich and Jake Neighbors, Miles Wood, Ryan Murray, and Janmark. Okay, we picked up 2 more players. We just need a couple more. Okay, so here we go. A 2027 rounder, a 2nd rounder, and then a third rounder. You might be wondering, what are we cooking up here? I'll give you a fourth as well. Well, we're trying to cook for Shane Wright. Is that enough? They're saying no to that. I'll give you a third rounder as well. Yeah, basically these draft picks mean absolutely nothing to me unless it's a first rounder. And I mean first rounder in 2027. I'm not going to wait for that player to develop. They're still saying no to that. Okay, a second rounder in 2027, and I'll take out this third rounder. So you're going to get 2 seconds, a first and a fourth for Shane Wright. You're still saying no to that. They're really playing hardball here. I'm not even going to lie. Here's the third rounder. So a first, 2 seconds, a third and a fourth for Shane Wright. I'm giving you way more than what you're asking for. You know what? Heck with you. We're moving on. I'm taking back literally what I just said about 3 seconds ago. I'm not giving up with Shane Wright. 2 first round picks if it needs to happen. We got 2027 and 2028. There you go. You can have both of them for Shane Wright. That was probably a bad move, but you know what? One last splash. Okay, so I just realized who we need to pick up for our backup goaltender. It's the team we just traded with, St. Louis Blues. Joel Hofer's our guy. You felt guilty for taking that. I gave you a 7th rounder for him. If anything, we should be guilty because we just took an absolute stud away from you. So I said I was only making one more splash, but I'm taking that back. We're going to try to do one more splash on top of that last splash we did. I haven't figured out what it's going to be yet, but actually that's a lie. I already have the trade made up. First round picks, because who cares about those? Actually, I might not be able to give up a first round pick. We might have to do 3 seconds. Is this going to work? Oh, well, that worked way easier than I was expecting. Okay, then we might have a team here. Before we're done, we got to do one final move. And honestly, this is just the most pointless move I'm going to make today. Whereas Derek Ryan and Brett Kulak, packaging both of you guys up for just whatever I can get. There you go. I just wanted to dump their contracts. That's the only reason I made that move. So William Eklund, I don't believe you're actually a rookie. Although you've played less than 20 games in the NHL, there's all these qualifications that are like, oh, you're considered a rookie if this happens or this happens. And you've played in more than 6 games in back-to-back seasons now. So I think that qualifies you as not being a rookie. But for the sake of this video, you're a rookie because I just went through the process of trading you. So I'm changing the rules in that sense. But anyways, this is what the team's looking like. Connor McDavid, Slafkovsky, and Evan Glista. Probably still said that wrong. Shane Wright, Eklund, and Coronado. Then we got Pelche, Nyes, and Phillips, and then Casper, Ratu, and Jake Neighbors. Defensively, this team has a ton of promise. Hughes and Jirchek, Nemec and Perunovic, and Edvinsson and Krasinski. And then in between the pipes, of course, we got 2 legends, Devin Levi and Joel Hofer. Also, we can give Scott Perunovic an extension right now, so 8 years at $1.3 million. You're going to be on this team for the future, so I'm going to make sure I keep you here. Same with Matt Phillips. Oh, I can't extend him yet. We'll extend you in the offseason. Hopefully you don't ask for too much. I mean, cap-wise, we should be in a good situation, but if some of these guys get greedy, then we could be screwed. Extend Mike Smith? Hold on. Can I give this man $10 million? That could be the move, guys. So best case Ontario here, we lose absolutely every single game and then we get the first overall pick. Or Detroit loses every single game and they get the first overall pick. No matter what happens, basically no matter what happens, we should have a good pick. Now I just realized we're currently fighting with the Vancouver Canucks and Anaheim Ducks for dead last in the entire league. No, I'm not picking up Mackenzie Weegar. I don't want him. But bro, how are we not like the clear-cut worst team in the entire league? Okay, Chicago, Philly, New York, Arizona, you have some explaining to do. How were you worse than us? We were all rookies and Connor McDavid, but yet you were still somehow worse. Also, what makes us even worse is, yeah, I know those teams are terrible, but Detroit, they were actually pretty solid, finishing 11th. Luckily, they missed the playoffs, so they'll get like the 16th overall pick. So we'll have at least 2 lottery picks, but I'm probably going to package up that 16th overall with ideally our like 4th or something. And then we can try to get the first overall pick and get Bedard. If not, I can work with what we have here. Even with the lack of help, McDavid's still having a great season. 55 goals and 49 assists for 99 points. Shane Wright's picking up 63 points, while Evan Glista, he's going to be picking up 60. Meanwhile, in between the pipes, I can't complain about what Devin Levi did. 29 wins, 2 shutouts, an 894 save percentage, and a 364 goals against. Considering what this team was in front of you, we have to keep that into perspective. These aren't that bad of numbers. So honestly, I don't care what happens in the playoffs. Let's get to the draft lottery and then ideally jump from 5 to 1. So it looks like Toronto's going to be winning the Stanley Cup. We're at the draft lottery. Are we getting lucky? We did. Wow, we actually jumped. This is the first time ever I've jumped from 5 to 1. I think this is the first time I've ever done a video where we've jumped. We got Connor Bedard. We actually got Connor Bedard. I can't believe it. I'm stunned. I don't know what to say. We got Connor Bedard. I don't know how that worked for us. This has never happened. I've never got this lucky in a draft class that has really good players. Normally, if I ever jump, I'll get like the first overall pick and the guy would be like a 70 overall. But nah, we got Connor Bedard. Works for me. We got Connor Bedard. another franchise player to pair alongside Connor McDavid. You're going to be playing on the first line, even though that's out of position for you. You'll play left or right wing. We'll make it work. Also, let's simulate to that 16th overall pick. Can we get something here? Because we might be able to. Okay, I can't remember what this guy's potential is. The name sounds super familiar, and I definitely have used him in one of my previous rebuilds. But I also know this guy right here has 3 X factors. I'm like 99% sure on that. We're going to select him. I really hope this works out for me. Does he have X factors? He doesn't. I got screwed. And the only reason I thought this guy had X factors is because of this. Here's a clip from the 10-year Toronto Maple Leafs rebuild I did, and there's that guy in the bottom left-hand corner on the 4th line. He developed into an 82 overall, and he has 3 X factors. That's the reason I just selected him, is because of that. No, I got screwed there. And I'm assuming that guy I was about to draft goes next. Please tell me he's not medium elite. Okay, he isn't. Okay, he doesn't have X factors either. I can live with the selection we made. Oh, we also have the 97th overall pick. All right, what can we get here? Can we get any steals? We can get a steal. Okay then. Medium elite potential goaltender. I can live with that drafting. This was an incredible draft for us. First, the 16th and the 97th. And the worst player we got ended up being like what? Medium top 6? That's a W if you ask me. So Matthew Phillips, what are you looking for? Okay, if I were to give you an 8-year deal, you want $8 million. It looks like you want a bridge deal. Bro, you are asking for way too much. I'll qualify you. There is no reason that you should be getting paid that much. You're out of your mind. And I'm not gonna lie, Matthew Phillips is absolutely bugging, thinking I'm gonna give him $7 million, $8 million on an 8-year deal. Isn't he like a 3rd-line player for us? I probably should pay attention to the scouts and coaching. If there's a really good coach available, I'll go and snag him. But so I'm going to be picking up this coach because his scheme fit works great with the team. 63%, I can live with that. And yeah, it's an upgrade from what we currently have, because our current coach is a defensive coach. Yeah, we're not a defensive team. We're trying to light the lamp and score 5 a game in order to win games. I'm also going to offer you a bag. I really don't care about money. So Jacob Pelche, do I do 6 years here at like 4.2 million? I'll do 5 years at 4.4. And we take risks around here. Why not? Hopefully that contract ages well for us. Matthew Phillips, have you reconsidered your value? You haven't. You actually want more money. Yeah, I might not re-sign you. We might have to make an executive decision and somehow do something with you, because yeah, you're bugging on how much you want. I don't know why you think you're worth that much. Okay, Matthew Phillips, at the beginning of next season, have you reconsidered? It looks like you sort of have. 1 year at 2 million. I just want you to join the team. But bro, you're going to be like on the 4th line. I don't know why you're asking for so much. Okay, so hear me out, because I already know people are going to be mad. For the first season, I want Connor McDavid on the 3rd line just to help these guys develop here. After this season, they'll all jump up to 80 overalls, and then Connor McDavid is going to jump up to the 1st line with McDavid. But until then, I want him 1 season on the 3rd line. Defensively, this team's absolutely solid. Like, no issues here whatsoever, except I'll just do this. Yeah, and then that's a +1 overall boost. That one stays neutral. And then in between the pipes, who's our goaltender? Levi and Jack Campbell. Okay, Jack Campbell, I have to send you to the AHL real quick because Joel Holfer's our man. And he's up to an 81, so that's going to be a solid backup for us. An 85 and an 81 is the tandem. Sounds like a great situation to me. So Edmonton's taking a nice step up this season, moving to 14th in the entire league. Although we're not making the playoffs, we're still 14th in the entire league, only 2 points back. Next season, we're definitely going to be in the top 10, maybe even the top 5, because this team's definitely heading in the right direction. And of course, leading the team, that's got to be Connor McDavid. He's picking up 98 points, 53 goals, 45 assists. Evan Gleesa, he's having a fantastic season as well. He's picking up 71 points. And Luke Hughes, he's manned the defense, and he's got 66 points. Meanwhile, in between the pipes, of course, Devin Levi's our guy. 32 wins, an 898 save percentage, and a 329 goals against. I'm expecting these numbers to improve next season. Because what were your numbers last year? I'm assuming they weren't as good as this. Yeah, the numbers improve season after season. Next year, we're going to see big things from you. Also, I completely forgot. We have Detroit's pick, and they finished 18th in the entire league, so we're probably going to be getting the 16th and 17th overall pick. We can probably package both of those up and maybe get up to number 10. We'll have to wait and see what we can do. So we're getting the 15th and 16th overall pick. I'm pretty sure we already knew that. There's not much of a surprise there. Also, shout out to Toronto. They're winning the Stanley Cup. That's how you know this is a fictional universe. And shout out to St. Louis legend Tyler Bozak on becoming a coach for the Seattle Kraken. You love to see it. You really do. So we're entering the draft, and really, I don't know how good this draft class is. If it's absolutely elite and we can move up to number 10 and snag an elite potential player, then that could be the... We didn't do any scouting. Like, none whatsoever. Bro, I have the scouts and all that on automated. These guys did literally nothing. Last time I trust the CPU with anything. Okay, hear me out here. The 15th overall pick, the 16th overall pick, and Detroit's for next season for the 1st overall. Okay, they're saying no to that. I'm not going to use any picks that aren't ones I've traded for, and I'm also not packaging up any of our rookies. So I just got to work with these 3 picks here and somehow move into the top 5. I don't know how we're going to do it, but we're going to get something to work here. I could package them all up for the 6th overall pick, but we have way more trade value. Let's try to get the 4th overall pick or something, maybe even the 3rd. Ottawa, I guess I'll make a deal with you. For the 3rd overall pick, do you want all 3 of these picks? Actually, you don't want any of them, so I doubt this move is going to get made, but why not all? Oh, okay. We probably could have got the 2nd overall pick, but you know what? A win is a win is a win is a win. So I'm basically taking a shot in the... Oh, never mind. I'm not taking a shot in the dark. We know exactly what we're getting. We're getting Clark. 73 overall, medium elite potential. He's got some X factors. The only issue is he probably won't play for us this season because I don't think a 73 overall is going to be good enough to crack our lineup. Also, I really don't care about the rest of the draft. We got exactly what I wanted. So let's just get into the re-sign phase and see what we can do with this team. So right now, we don't really have many players to bring back. I'll bring back Matthew Phillips on an 8-year deal at 1.5. Remember how last season he wanted 8 years at 8 million? How times have changed for Matthew Phillips. Now he's joined the team on an 8-year deal at 1.5. Our main issue though is going to be re-signing everyone for next season, because absolutely every player on this team is an RFA. So there's not a chance we bring all these guys back, so that means we have to win this season. And that's definitely not going to be an easy task for us. However, we did draft a medium elite potential goalie last season, and we have these 2 guys right here. I could package all 3 of them up and maybe try to bring in like an 83 overall rookie. That could be the move. So I'm going to attempt to acquire Leo Carlsson here. Oh, I was not expecting them to accept that deal that quickly. Leo Carlsson was like 7 overalls higher. Yeah, we did give up those 2 promising prospects, but I mean, we're in win now, right now, even though our team is technically a seller. Once we simulate through the offseason and all these guys develop, our team's going to be looking absolutely elite. Also, it probably wouldn't hurt if I extended some of these guys. So Luke Hughes, you want 4 years. I'll give you 9.5. I think that's reasonable. 9.55. There you go. Now we have 40 million to work with the rest of the team. Yeah, I'm not even sure if I should go through and try to re-sign all these guys because we already know that's not happening. But I'll do what I can. Bruh, Shane Wright wants 10.1 million. How many points did you pick up last season? 63. And you want 10.1 million. Yeah, that's a good joke, buddy. That's not happening. Like, not a chance. So we still have 22 million to work with, and I've almost re-signed the entire team. This actually went way better than I was expecting. Once we give Devin Levi his deal, I think it's like 3.5 million or something. We'll have 17 to work with. Shane Wright's probably not coming back. Bro, if you want 10 million, I'm just going to trade you for a rookie next season. And the rest of these guys, I actually probably could sign Jirchek right now. Let's not mess around. Oh, hold on. 4 years at probably 3.2. Okay, let's do that then. That's an amazing deal for us. So Jirchek, there you go, 3.2 for 4 years. Once we sign Levi, we have about 15 million left. And some of these guys will probably re-sign next offseason, like Ratu. You're a 4th line guy for us. 3rd line maybe 4 million. I'm not paying you that much. Yeah, Marco Casper, you're asking for way too much here, especially for a 4th line guy. So I'll wait till next offseason. Jake Neighbors, I'll give you a deal. What do you want? Yeah, that's reasonable. So right off the rip, I already know the question is going to be asked. Why do you still have Bedard on the 3rd line? The chemistry there is just too good. I mean, ignore Matt because he doesn't fit this whatsoever. But I mean, Bedard and Leo Carlsson, it's just a perfect fit. I probably could bring Ratu up there. We get a +3 overall boost. And yes, he would be out of position, but that doesn't matter. I don't want that 4th line dropping 1 overall, so I'm just going to keep Matt there. The 2nd line is great chemistry. And on the top pairing, we're getting that +2. I don't want to mess too much up here because the +2 overall boost is looking nice across the board. Looking at the defense, 90 overall Luke Hughes is going to be leading the way. +2 overall boost there, and then +1 on the 2nd pairing. Then we're getting a +2 on the 3rd pairing. And in between the pipes, we already know Devin Levi, he's up to an 87 overall. Why is Jack Campbell backing him up again this season? We want my man Joel Holfer, 81 overall. Now he's the true backup of this team, and I think there's a real possibility we make the postseason. Because right now, the forward core looks great. The defense might be a bit weak, but with the +2 overall boost on the 1st and 3rd pairing and the +1 on the 2nd, I feel like this is an NHL caliber defense. While in between the pipes, I already know we can win with Devin Levi. Yeah, so you remember how I said we might make the playoffs this season? Well, we made the playoffs. And we also finished 1st in the entire league, 53, 25, and 4, almost scoring 4 goals a game and only allowing 2.83. This team was sheer dominance this season. I was not expecting that. I knew we would be a decent team, definitely a playoff team, but I definitely wasn't expecting this. Connor McDavid, 110 points. Connor Bedard, 86 points on the 3rd line. And then Shane Wright's proving he might be worth that $10 million. 80 points this season. Stokowski's picking up 73. No, the depth scoring on this team was actually insane. And in between the pipes, Devin Levi, dude was locked in. 39 wins, 2 shouts on 911 and a 275. These might be the best goaltending numbers in the entire league, because when scoring frequency is on high, those numbers get stupid. And yeah, his numbers, the best in the entire league. Well, technically Sorokin's are slightly better by 0.01, but you know what? Devin Levi had 2 more wins, so he's the best goaltender in the league right now, and we're about to go win ourselves a Stanley Cup. And who are we going to be taking on the first round? Well, that's the Vegas Golden Knights. This is going to be a tough matchup for us, but this Edmonton team, we're just built a bit different around here. Before we get into the postseason though, it looks like these guys have finally come to their senses. Shane Wright, I'm going to give you a 4-year deal at $7.1 million. That's a lot better than the $10 million you were asking for, so you're coming back to the team. And Atu Ratu, a great deal for you as well. I'm giving you $1.4 million for 3 years. It's definitely better than the $3 million you were asking for, so no more messing around here. Let's get right into the postseason. Of course, we already know we got Vegas in the first round. Let's make a quick 4-game sweep out of these boys. It should be nothing for us. We lost game 1. That's not the greatest sign in the world. We're 2-2 though right now, so we'll simulate up till game 6. Well, after game 6 I should say. Now we're headed to game 7 elimination. We're the best team in the league, but here we are heading into game 7. Not the greatest sign in the world. So here we go, jumping right into this game. Hopefully this team's able to bounce back. Shane Wright's been doing fantastic so far. He's got 9 points in 6 games. We're heading into the third period in a tie game, and in the third period, Eklund and Casper are picking up a goal each, and now we're off to the second round. But as we know, the teams are just going to get tougher from here on out, and now we have the Seattle Kraken, one of the top teams in the league, to take on next. But there's 2 things that we have that the Seattle Kraken don't. 1, a ton of young talent, and 2, Connor McDavid, and that means quite a bit. We're taking them down in 5 games. This series went way better than I was expecting. Now we're off to the conference finals. How did we just beat them in 5 games? I was expecting them to push us to at least 6, maybe even 7. And now we have the Anaheim Ducks. They only won 43 games last season. Seattle won 48, to put that into perspective. So by rights, Anaheim shouldn't put up as much of a fight. And also, how is Shane Wright leading the team in points? I just got to check this out real quick. He's got 14 points in 12 games. I'm not saying Shane Wright's not that guy, but Connor McDavid's less than a point a game right now. Is Shane Wright the real superstar on this team? Ain't no way. So there's no point waiting any longer. Let's just jump right into this series. Let's get a quick sweep done, and then we'll head to our Stanley Cup final. It's not a sweep. We're actually splitting the series 2-2 now. We'll simulate up to game 7. Hopefully we're not going to need it, and it doesn't look like we're going to need it because we got Buffalo now. So I'm going to keep it one scundo with you guys. This has been going way too smoothly. Edmonton's reached the Stanley Cup final, and the Buffalo Sabres, to finish out the season, went 1-8-1. This team in their last 10 regular season games won 1. And here they are in the Stanley Cup final, so it would only make sense for them to beat the best team in the entire league in the Edmonton Oilers. It's all setting up for failure. We're somehow going to completely fall apart here. Never mind, we just completed a sweep. How many goals did we score? So that's 14, 16, 20 goals in 4 games. We averaged 5 goals a game in the final series. In the Stanley Cup final, we averaged 5 goals. And Connor McDavid led the team. That makes a bit more sense. Like, no disrespect to Shane Wright, but Connor McDavid is just a bit different. And how did Connor McDavid finish with 31 points? I really wish I could look at game logs here. I don't think I can. I think there's no way for me to look at game logs. But we have to remember, after the second round, he had 9 points in 12 games. He was under a point a game. So that means over the conference finals and Stanley Cup final, Connor McDavid picked up 22 points. So even though I had to trade the entire Edmonton Oilers team away and replace them all with rookies, we were still able to find a way to win a Stanley Cup. Devin Levi was our guy, 16 wins in 918 and 250. You stepped it up when we need you the most, and here we are, Stanley Cup champions.